doing it for themselves. Are you ready?
Are you done?
No.
Sisters of Battle, it is your time.
Yes,
The churches have opened. They've bequeathed unto you a new book.
indeed.
That's- is
Sound the organs, and the cherubs are
No,
flying.
don't sound the organs, they're full of missiles. And if you believe the meta chasers, sisters are currently cracked.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, people seem to be quite worried about them. I think it's since the points changes, maybe not so much.
Yeah,
But we don't do meta, so.
Nah, not about that life. I was conscious that Sisters had loads of things that had crazy abilities, but they were also crazy expensive at the same time, so that's probably why.
Yeah, these are crazy expensive.
Oh
So
dear.
Kieran had the joy of serving the four-armed Emperor. I've had the joy of serving the real Emperor
Boo!
with my crazy ladies.
Yes, the nuns with guns. Here we are.
Yes, so they've had their new book. All these points are accurate. MUNITORUM Field Manual 1.11. Given the way Sisters seem to be, I fully expect this to really change by the time someone watches this in 6 months.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, they've just changed.
Yeah, but I think
points-wise.
I'm only regurgitating what other people have said. People that play the game seem to be quite worried about some of the new rules, so I would be surprised if things do start to change.
Fair enough.
Or go down, maybe. You never know. Might end up cheaper. Yeah.
I doubt they'll get cheaper.
These are all GWRRP. You can absolutely save some money with the affiliate links.
Yeah. Click those links down below.
Yeah. Ready? Should we get into it?
I'm scared, but yes.
First up is a Combat Patrol box.
Classic. As it was written. Muad'Dib.
The new Sisters Combat Patrol box is, in my opinion, rubbish
Oh.
compared to the old one.
Yeah. I suppose the nice thing is that it's not easy build anymore. Like there is.
Yes.
It's like really good kit rather
Yeah.
than like good kit.
So, speaking of not easy build, first up in that box is a box of Battle Sisters.
Hey-o.
The new kit as well, like Kieran said, not the old ones from the launch box. Just a word on that launch box though. My word.
Hot butt.
No. That Sisters launch box.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the army box they just dropped. The one with like the 15 jump packs.
They're like reintroduction into plastic.
Right.
My God, that was a box and a half.
Yeah, beauty.
The cover on that, I think, still might be my favourite codex cover.
Yeah, really, really
Just
lush.
really mental, really 40k, but really sad.
Yeah, it's always a bit somber, always a bit moody and emotional, isn't
Next
it?
up, you've got an actual amount of arcoflagellants, not like the old one where you just get a random 3.
Yeah.
You get 10.
Wasn't it was 4 with a
It was
master
3.
row,
It was
wasn't
3 in the superior.
Oh.
It was really weird. It was left over from the launch box,
Yeah.
which came with 3 arcoflagellants and the 4 repentia.
Oh.
The repentia were also really weird.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking of. So.
Repentia are the ladies with not a lot of clothes on, but they've got the big swords.
Yeah, Repentia are really cool. Arcoflagellants, I don't understand at all. What are they? Somebody in the comments, tell us what they are, because I
Octopus ladies.
what was that?
That's what I reckon they do.
Oh right, it's like doing like
Swing in their arms.
You're doing the handsome Squidward dance.
Yeah. like
Sure.
the flailing arm man.
Oh okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Next up, you get some croissants.
Sorry.
And in normal money, they are
No. Pump the brakes. What we get? What?
croissants.
What are croissants?
Celestine sacrosanct.
Oh, sacrosanct, right?
Yeah, croissants.
Yeah. See, I only associate croissants with Necrons, so it
Oh,
was weird.
Yeah, the Doom Scythe.
Yes,
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, get a box of sacrosancts, and they are really cool.
They are one of my favourite units in 40k.
Yes.
So cool.
Very, very cool. And to round out that box, you get a Canoness.
Classic. Hate the Canoness so much. It could be so much better.
Yes, the Canoness is why spoiler alert, I haven't put 2 of these boxes in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just because
Just because it's poopy butt.
yeah, can't stand it. Just because I neglected to tell you, the Battle Sisters set you back 115 points. Flagellants are 150 points.
Yep.
Sacrosancts are 75 points for 5 models. And a Canoness is 50.
So for the Combat Patrol, how many points is this?
390. 390 points for £100.
What's going on? What's going on with the Combat Patrols? The points are duty.
Yeah, if we can relate it to a previous video, our combat patrol's getting worse.
Yes. What? I thought combat patrols were supposed to be the 500-point mark.
Oh, so naive.
Oh, my sweet
Well,
summer child.
Well, they are if you play Custodes.
Yeah. Oh,
That's the only way you get 500 points now.
that's so annoying. Why is 40k so expensive now?
Next up is a normal box of Battle Sisters.
Oh, another one.
Yes.
Battle Sisters.
So Sisters are quite heavy. I mean, there's a strong argument you could make to be running 5 boxes of these in this list and just maxing out on Sisters because it's their flavour.
Yeah, it really is the bread and butter of the Sisters, isn't it? So you just to clarify, you've got one other box. So
Just one box.
So you've got 20 in total.
20 in total, so another 115 points, and the box is 40 quid. Spoiler alert, the Sisters pricing is mental.
Why?
It's like they took the same cost and went, yep, that's that.
Oh, so it's just like 40, 40, 40, 40
Yeah,
all the way
so
down.
much stuff is 40 quid.
Alright, strange.
Yeah, I mean, we tried to make these armies as varied and fun as possible, but if you did go down this road, you'd be looking at probably at least 3 or 4 boxes of Sisters for a wider collection.
For an army, yeah, for sure.
But in terms of getting something that hits all the lanes, I went with just the one. Next up is a unit that has somehow become really relevant because it's got actual rules again.
Yep.
It's the Hospitaller.
Ah, nice.
And what I love is that the rules now match the scene on the base.
Yeah, the
It
thing.
actually brings people back properly.
Just so I'm right, it's the Sisters version of the Apothecary, right?
Yes.
Nice.
But not the Apothecary Biologist that doesn't actually heal anyone.
Yeah, what are you doing, Biologist?
Yeah, Hospitaller is 50 points and £26. So
That's still expensive for a small mini, isn't it?
yeah, but you put the logic here is you put it in the 10 blob of Sisters.
No. Right, so...
No, let me finish. You put them in the 10 blob of Sisters, you put them on an objective that's in terrain, and you burn a miracle dice every time they're shot, and you just keep bringing back Sisters.
Okay, logic's airtight. Totally agree. Not what I meant. I meant they're expensive as in money.
Oh yeah, 50 points for £26 kit.
Yeah, that's insane. That's absolutely insane.
It's an insanely cool mini though.
Yeah, it is cool. I mean, when we were going through the Gene Stealer ones, I think that their minis were 20 quid rather than 26. And I appreciate there's a bit of a design difference, but good grief. Next.
Yep. More croissants.
Yes.
Sacristans.
So just to clarify, you got 10 with sword and board.
Yes.
Awesome.
So this would give you a blob of 10.
Oh, hang on. They haven't got swords, do they? What do they have?
They've got maces. Maces and shields.
Maces and faces.
Yes.
Nice.
75 points again for another 5. And they are also £40.
For 5.
For 5 minis. £40 for a 75-point unit.
God, that's minging, isn't it? Nah, what?
Yeah.
For 5 of them?
There's a theme going on here.
Oh, it's atrocious.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
Next up is something to put in that blob of 5 or 10, however you choose to run it, and that's the Dogmata.
Nice. The one
This
with
is
the mace.
the really angry-looking lady with the stick.
She's got the candles on the back, right?
Yeah, and
Nice.
she's got a really cool helmet and the giant stick. 45 points she cost you,
Oh, God.
and she's £24.
This army is horrendous.
24 quid
How
for a
is-
45-point unit.
I honestly thought that I'd broken it with Gene Stealer Cults. So far, you're blowing Gene Stealer Cults out of the water.
Yeah. Do you know what's really scary? And I could be completely wrong. If I remember rightly, a Ripper Swarm is circa 30, 40 points.
Right.
But that comes in another kit. So you get that with your units.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So Dogmata, also spenny.
Yes.
Next.
Next up is the Walking Church.
Oh, which one?
Mrs. Morvenval.
Mrs. Val.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
she is 160 points and she'll set you back. Surprise, surprise. £40.
Yeah, she's fire as well. Like, what a wicked mini. I think she's one of the 40k minis I've looked at and been like, I would love to paint that.
Yeah, I'd love to paint one. It's the Walking Church. It's the giant sword.
Maybe we should do a challenge on that. We both paint a mini we both like.
So
and then-
full disclosure, I would love to buy this army and paint it.
Oh,
I had a really good time making this,
All right.
which was dangerous.
That's really interesting, isn't it? Because at the moment I'm doing a Chaos Sisters variant and you're doing a Loyalist. That could be a really fun little challenge or a fun battle report.
It's
I suppose,
really
when
fun.
we get to that.
It's really fun until you hear the cost at the end.
Oh god.
It will be a very expensive challenge.
Okay. Well, blessings upon the Emperor and upon us.
To run around with Mrs. Val, you've got some Paragon warsuits.
Awesome. They're really cool.
Very contentious among the community, though.
Why?
There's two camps. Some people love them, some people hate them.
Oh, why? Because they look like big or smaller baby carriers.
Yeah, and I think it's the similar thing to the Dread Knight. It's that so much of them is on show that they don't make sense. I'm slightly in the camp that they should have made a mini Dreadnought. And covered more of had them more in big armour.
Yeah.
They're very spenny on points though. They're 210 points, but they're £47.50.
It's all that melter though, isn't it? Like you got.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're savage. Absolutely savage.
Yeah.
Wicked minis. Though.
Them running around with Vile.
Yeah. Awesome.
I wouldn't do it because they're so expensive points wise. But if you ran 6 of these, just
Yeah,
like
that's
3 on each flank of Morven Vile, just let's go.
That's a proper Death Star unit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Speaking of Death Star units, it's the organ that shooteth.
Oh.
It is the Exorcist.
Which one? Is that the one with the
That's the one with
flamers or the?
No, that's
the Immolator.
That's the Immolator coming up. Spoilers coming up later.
How exciting! What is the Exorcist?
The Exorcist is 190 points and it's £57 for a tank. It's the one with the lady in the back with the shredding keyboards that shoot missiles.
Shredding that organ, playing the churchiest version of Thunderstruck you've ever heard.
No, just absolutely ripping chopsticks.
Just blasting missiles from back.
The Exorcist is one of the best tanks in all of Warhammer.
Yeah, it's wicked. It's so silly but great.
It's only bested by one other tank that is also in the Sisters range.
Oh, the Rhino.
Oh yeah, of course the Rhino.
Of course the Rhino.
Speaking of tonks, it's the Immolator.
Oh baby, this is the Holy Fire.
This is
right?
the
lovely sound effect. Oh, sound effects.
And hilarious thing is, if you think about how stained glass is made, it would melt as soon as that flame was shot.
Yeah. Not
But
great.
that's where the technology goes.
Nice.
Flame-resistant paint and metal.
I mean, we cut everything that's happening in the 40k universe. The last thing we could talk about is flame-retardant glass.
It's a thing.
There's a bunch of mushroom people that believe colours influence their lives, and we're like, nah, that glass ain't gonna check out.
Yeah, there's some people like purple ones be sneaky.
Yeah, sure.
Red ones go be quick.
Go be quick.
Yeah.
Bristolian Orcs.
The Immolator is 115 points and £52.50 for the kit.
Are we anywhere near the bottom yet?
No.
Oh my word.
I'm quite surprised that the Immolator and the Exorcist aren't the same kit. They share underneath. They are the same chassis.
Yeah, but if GW did that, they'd only make the box more expensive.
Oh yeah, but like Imperial Knights, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and
Because
how many points are the tanks?
They're 190 and 115 a piece.
Ain't no way. People would lose their mind. And how much is it, RRP?
They would absolutely put them at the Exorcist price, which would be 57 quid.
God, it's grim.
So judging by their pricing strategy, they would make this, if they put these together, it would be the same price as a Baneblade.
Oh, so stupid. So stupid.
More tonks.
Okay, what's next?
2 of them this time.
Ooh.
2 rhinos.
Oh, nice.
Because sisters are quite squishy.
Yeah.
And if you're hooning up to get the objectives at the back with the Hospitaller,
Yep.
they need a pimpin' ride.
They need a pimpin' ride.
So they're 75 points each, they're £150 for the pair, £40 kit, £80 for 2 of them.
Very nice too. Yeah.
Sisters Rhino is very cool.
I just love all the livery and stuff on them. They look really, really nice.
Yeah, I mean, if you got the old Combat Patrol, you get one in the box.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so salty about the new one. Is that the old one came with a tank.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very strange. Oh well.
Next up is another tank.
Okay.
It's the Castigator, and this is the tank that I think is not infinite. It is better than the Exorcist. This is a church on wheels.
Is it?
Yeah, it's the Predator
Yeah,
chassis,
yeah.
and then it's just got guns, but then it's layered in God knows what.
Oh, okay. Well,
I think.
How much is this?
Castigator is 150 points and £57.
So 57 quid for a Predator chassis.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, hang on. You're saying it like nothing's wrong.
Oh, everything's wrong with that statement.
Oh, right. Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
£57 for a Predator. With
I
some,
just wanted to check that you were saying.
It's £57 for a Predator with some bits on the top.
Yeah, why not?
But it's cool.
Sure.
It's a church.
I'm dreading this number. Dreading it.
Yeah.
Cool. Next.
Yeah, big fan of Castigator. Next up is another character. One of the coolest and most fragile minis ever conceptualized.
Okay.
Saint Celestine.
Yeah, what a mini though.
And a Gemini superhero. Gemini? I don't know.
I thought you said Gemini.
Gemini, I think it is, not Gemini.
Yeah, Gemini.
Yeah, Saint Celestine, she'll set you back 160 points and £40.
It's still really cheap for what I would deem as one of like the big players in their HQ units.
I don't think, if you compare it to the size of characters now, I think she's not big enough in terms of her
just a bit small.
Yeah, she's small. I mean, if you've ever looked at Saint Celestine in the flesh, you'd have seen how wobbly she is. She's stuck to the base with purity seals.
Yeah, I painted one a long time ago, and I just in my hand trying to paint it, I was like, "This is the worst."
So the best one I had is when I had a Sisters Army, I had Celestine in it, and the guide I was following said to dry brush it, and I was like, "This has got to be a meme."
How? No.
Yeah, it was like I'm not putting a dry brush anywhere near this.
I'm gonna snap it off.
Yeah, 160 point character for 40 quid.
Good golly.
Right. There's one more unit in this whole army.
Okay. I'm ready.
Arguably,
I hope it's what I think it is.
Arguably, it's the most stupid one to have here.
Hold up. If you're talking about what I think you're talking about, you better check yourself, sir.
It's the Triumph of St. Catherine.
Yes!
Do you want to know why it's stupid?
Why?
It's 190 points.
Oh, I know how much it is as well.
£74. 74.
But it is one of the best models in 40k.
19074. That's the reason that when we get to the total in a minute, that's the reason that number is that high. It is insane. It's unbelievably cool. It would take you 10 years to paint it.
Oh dear.
I mean, if you wanted to save some money, swap this out
for
like a Dominion squad or not Repentia, what's the heavy? I can't remember what the name is off the top of my head. The heavy gunner squad. The Sisters one that comes with 5. They've got the flames and the
stuff.
Or go with the Seraphim bomb.
Worst comes to the worst, swap your churches for dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Cool. Wow. I mean, the Triumph of St. Catherine, I think, would probably be an auto-take for me in any Sisters army, purely because you're like, this.
Pushing a funeral around.
Yeah, this.
Yeah, and... Do you want the totals? Actually, no, we'll have the whole army as a whole. So, in total,
hit me.
You've got 20 Battle Sisters, you've got 10 Arco-Flagellants, you've got a Canoness, you've got... Did I say 10 Sacrosants?
You have now.
Cool, 10 Sacrosants, you've got a Hospitaller, you've got a Dog Martyr, you've got Wolfenval, you've got Paragon Warsuits, you've got an Exorcist, you've got an Immolator, you've got 2 Rhinos, Castigator, Celestine, and the Triumph of St. Catherine. And a Codex and data cards.
Excellent. Oh, that is ferocious.
2,000 points on the nose.
Can I just clarify?
It's never been done.
Can I just clarify? This is cheap. The cheapest it's been for a while for them.
Yeah.
Okay.
2,000 points. Bang on the nose. This is.
And sorry, Sisters fans everywhere. Please, if you are in the comment section, please let your voices be heard. Do you have 2,000 point armies? Because I think this would turn me off completely.
I mean, so let's get into it. I would love to run this as a 2,000 point army.
Okay.
But I would need to part with £735 and 50p.
So much more expensive than any of the others. Oh my god, that's at least 100 quid more than everything else.
Yep, 1,187 burger tokens in the US of A, 951 euros, and the Wombat Hellscape, 1,961 and 50 cents.
Australia just looks at Adepta Sororitas and goes, no.
Like a house.
I can only imagine the Sisters players that live out in Australia are just looked upon as if they're like the highest, like the pinnacle of wealth within Australia. They're like, they're mented. Yeah.
See, when I put all this in the list, I was like, have I done something wrong? This seems extortionately expensive. Like, have I just gone too rule of cool?
I mean, no, because you've included a combat patrol.
Yeah.
You've included 2 rhinos.
Right. A word on the combat patrol. So, for £40, you get some battle sisters. For another £40, you get the other 5 sacrosants. That's £80. The smart man does buy 2, because you'd then have another 10 flagellants and you'd have another canoness.
I think.
But in terms of to get it in the 2,000 points, that's why I didn't go there. I mean, if you can afford to spend £735 on a miniatures, just spend an extra 20 quid and get 2 combat patrols.
Yeah, the
It'd
stock.
put you at that would put you at 2,200 points.
The stonks move is buying 2 combat patrol from a third party, selling both units of flagellants because hate those. They're like, no, not a fan, and sell 1 canoness, and hopefully you're making most of your money back.
And buy 40 sisters.
No, not that. Because 5 sacrosanct. I found this with Gene Sidicals as well. How GW justify 5 tiny, like, elite units.
Yeah.
It's like, I understand they've got. It's essentially like Sisters of Battle with a sword and a shield, right?
Yeah.
But they're pricing them the same as they would Terminators. And I just don't know.
Yeah.
Good grief. All right, cool. Sorry, Australia. One more time.
Yeah. Thank you to the Sisterhood of Kieran's down the side.
We're Morgan,
For
Val, and Sen.
making this all possible. Maybe not this possible.
If you were to have been a Sister of Battle, which character would you be?
Junith.
Oh, what does she do, by the way?
I don't know, but she's just...
Is it just like on a floating thing?
She's the epitome of everybody gangster until the pulpit starts flying.
Ah, nice. Good grief.
Yeah, if you want to go and buy this crazy army, you'll save 15 to 20%.
Links down below. For
affiliate links down below.
goodness sake, save the money.
At time of recording, we don't know who's next.
We don't. Did we have a
No.
show announced?
By the time this comes out, they might have announced the next preview. But at the time of recording, there's no preview announced, and this is the last book on the roadmap. Next up is Redacted. Right.
Excellent.
Let's get out of here.
Bye.